Does it kind of freak you out, by the way, that like when you filmed with him in person, like he had a whole like fucking 4K video file on his desktop with your like face exposed?
I guess so. He could have like gone all out, just exposed me.
I mean, would you have done the same interview if it was like, say, with Keemstar? You know, like fucking you sit in Crom Alert Studios and like he had a video file.
Okay, if I would, I'd have to like watch my back every time I tweet for the rest of my life because he'd have files on top of files to swing at me one day. You know?
I was gonna ask
like
how he pulled that off, but I'm watching it back now. Makes sense. Okay, so he covered your face the whole time. Wow.
Yeah. So what actually happened was he recorded the whole thing, and then he had it edited, and I then re-recorded what I said that made it to the video, and my VTuber guy, and he placed the model over my face.
Wow.
Look, but that was like told. It's like, if you motherfucking leak this MP4 file anywhere on the planet, I will fucking find and hunt you down, motherfucker. I will bury you with the fucking remains of Smosh right fucking now if you got to.
Yikes, dude. He's so nice though. Like he gave me limited edition like Smosh comic books like that are out of print and like all these cool things. And he also told me different YouTubers that he doesn't like, which I'm not going to mention on the podcast, it's really cool to hear from his perspective because he's like an OG.
Yeah.
You know?
Literally maybe the OG, like
yeah. Like Smosh was the biggest channel on YouTube.
Yep.
That always wilded me, man, with Smosh, because growing up with, I used to watch the fuck out of every single video they uploaded for a period of time, like back in the day. And like, I mean, it's kind of like a YouTube cultural institution, right? Like, I think everybody of like our age that are in the YouTube game, we know of them, we've seen them, and now it's kind of like, man, you watch Smosh now, and it's just, it is a shell. It's like a corporate fucking shell of whatever that originally was. And of course, we all know the history of like, you know, Smosh, Defy Media, and like, you know, how the fucking
but what's so weird is right now Smosh is owned by Rhett and Link. I don't know if you knew that.
I did. I saw the downfall of Smosh. I know.
Oh, okay. Hell yeah, bro. So it was so funny. Like I sang one of the old Smosh songs like on the podcast. He asked if I watched his videos or something, and I sang the Assassin's Creed song that he did. And he's like, "Yo, I don't know if you could sing that. I might get copyrighted by Rhett and Link." I was like, "What? No, you're gonna get copyrighted from a song that you made and you sang? That's crazy."
I remember the only thing about Rhett and Link that I knew at the time, and I'm glad I never did it, was like, so this is like years ago, like fucking, I want to say like 2014-ish, you know, like before any of us ever knew of each other's existence, right? Like back in the day when YouTube had their fucking predatory multi-channel networks, you know, like, oh, guys, join an MCN. This one MCN fucking hits me up. It's the same MCN that I think now does like McJuggernuggets and like all these people like, it's just like all fucking under that umbrella.
Oh, no, Jesus.
Not Dumpster Fire. Not Dumpster Fire.
Storyfire
MCN. That's it. Okay, you know what? A whole fucking tonal shift to the topic right now. You just fucking injected
I'm
something.
sorry, bro.
No. Now I'm gonna fucking roast this goddamn trash fire. Hold on a sec. So, anyways, this MCN hits me up and they're like trying to like fluff me. Like, don't you want to join the same platform that Rhett and Link are on? I'm like, dude, I don't trust MCN's worth of shit, but I almost signed with it, which would have been one of the worst fucking decisions ever. Because I remember when I got like the whole contract, it was just like, it was literally like, hey, how do we fuck you the hardest? And you have like, no, like it was like kind of signing away like your entire fucking brand and getting like a pittance out of it. I'm like, no. I'll take the YouTube demonetizations and ass fucking. Okay, I think it's a lot more. I'd rather prefer Susan fucking me in the ass directly than Susan fucking you in the ass and then you fucking me in the ass in some weird human centipede way. But on Storyfire, I don't know if y'all have an account there, by the way.
Don't.
I do. Keemstar made me an account and verified it.
Have you been uploading to Storyfire?
I have not.
Okay.
I'm still waiting for it to catch on, you know?
Yeah.
It's getting there, bro.
Yeah, well, that's one fire that'll never rage. Smokey the Bear doesn't have to card that.
We're going to meet up at VidCon. We're going to do some planning, bro.
That might be a forest fire that's like fucking trying to rage in Alaska or something. Ryan, have you uploaded your Storyfire exclusives?
So I started working on it like 2 years ago. I'm still not done. It's going to be the greatest thing I've ever made. So it's still in progress. I'm looking at an ETA.
And you're going to release it to an audience of 20.
ETA about 2024-ish. You know, around the same time the Batman 2 comes out. It'll be around then. So.
Dude, uploading a Storyfire is like those YouTubers with like second private Twitter accounts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, Well, so here's my thing with Storyfire, right? Like, okay, I followed McJuggernuggets. I think like most people did like years ago, right? Like when that whole Psycho series was going on, and I think like most of YouTube was tapped into watching every single one of those daily uploads until like Psycho Kid kills father, where like he just fucking has the fucking gun at his dad. I'm like, huh. Now, what was wild to me is like there was a bunch of kids in those comments that are like, "Oh my god, is this real? How's Jesse?" I'm like, okay, first, no, kid, stop. It was entertaining. It was like watching fucking reality television, right? Like, we all hate to say reality TV sucks, but it draws an engagement, whatever. Now, when he released a Storyfire app, right? At first, for those of you who don't know, it was like one of those apps where like you type in. Like, you create, like, stories, okay? Like, you just collaboratively make them. And then it became, like, a video platform and whatnot. Now, for anybody who knows anything about video hosting, it's very difficult to do. If you're in the video hosting business, you are losing money every year, okay? For any site as large as YouTube or Twitch or really any platform, your best bet is breaking even. You know, you might hear, like, YouTube made $5 billion in a year, right? That's not $5 billion in profit anywhere close to it, obviously. A lot of that is YouTube has data centers all over the world. They cost a fuck ton to maintain. If YouTube did not have the financial, like, backing of Alphabet and Google directly, they wouldn't function, you know? That's how most of these sites function. They operate on a loss, but they're great because they're amazing to push advertising, gather data. Like YouTube as a tool for an AI company like Google, right? Like to gather thousands of hours of content, you know, from multiple different languages to understand human patterns, human behaviors, all of it. Absolutely fucking useful tool. That's why it's still around. That's why it's still active. Now, if you're to make your own style of video website, you have to understand that you're basically throwing money into a fucking hole, right? Now, initially when Storyfire was made, I thought McJuggernuggets was going to build up an audience of millions of users and then sell that to like, you know, like sell your brand to like some fucking big VC company and make like, you know, your millions of dollars. Never fucking happened. And then you look into the actual videos, right? And so do you guys know where the videos were hosted? Do you guys know how the hosting happens?
Vimeo?
Yeah, he had like a Vimeo backing. He had like some Vimeo corporate account.
Vimeo?
Uh-huh. That's the back end for Storyfire.
Whoa.
Now, if there's anything you know about Vimeo, is people who are in the podcasting game who upload their clips to Vimeo, right? And I think it was Chad from the Cold Ones, I think, who talked about this. Basically, if you upload to Vimeo and you're getting like even a fraction, like if you get like a fraction of your YouTube viewing, right? Like let's say fucking I think like 10,000 people watch, Vimeo will slap a fucking 6-figure bill on you per month. They will just slap money onto you. So basically, let's say a video went viral, right? Let's say like Ryan, what's like your most viral video in the last month? 2 million views?
Yeah, 2 million views, yeah.
Okay, so 2 million views, right? 2 million views on Vimeo's corporate account that would be like a bill that would be like the hundreds of thousands. Like you would actually be financially fucking destitute if your video took off on Storyfire. Like you would actually bankrupt Storyfire if they got the viewership that YouTube was getting. You know? Like that's how bad
that would
it got.
be hilarious though.
Yeah, like this is the thing. So when they
Video
when
so
they started,
viral it destroys Storyfire.
Dude, that's a hell of a
like,
YouTube title, bro. I destroyed Storyfire.
Like if you literally, if right now we all made a concerted effort where it's like, hey guys, let's just push this one video on Storyfire for a week, right, and like jack it up to 1 million views. You could keep doing that every month, and within the month. You could do that every week of the month, and within that same month, the whole site would have to go down because the bill would be so high that you can't. You'd have to fucking start taking out loans and second mortgages to fucking pay for it, which is not happening. So that was one of the big problems with Storyfire, obviously, right? And the thing is, they started to implement this Blaze currency, which the payouts never came. Like nobody ever, from what I understand, got properly paid out. Like if I go to my account right here, I'm just sitting on like a fuck ton of Blaze and shit. Haven't really seen anything. Haven't really gotten shit out of it. Don't really care much for it. The other big thing is when he sold it off as like that NFT shit, right? How much did he sell it off? Does anybody remember how much the exact amount for Storyfire was? Like some dude bought it like the deck chair. Great. I just looked at the CEO for the site. May 2nd just fucking tipped me like 500 fucking Blaze. Literally the CEO deck chair. This guy paid like 15 grand or some shit, like 20 grand for Storyfire and got away with it.
That's so sad.
I was about to buy Storyfire. I literally had I was about to go buy this shit for like $40,000-$50,000. You know, I was like, oh, maybe I could like get the platform, run it, kind of like keep it as a meme, like run the platform, see if it can grow up. It would be kind of cool. That was until fucking like Nerd Idiot hit me up, and we had a talk. Like we opened up fucking Pandora's box, and we're like, oh no, this is shit. This ain't worth $50. Ooh, push that away.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it. But yeah, that was my thing with Storyfire. It was like one of those platforms where like just complete mismanagement, like I was going into this shit as a meme, all right? Like, if it was a serious, honest business venture, I'd have to be on so many drugs that you would have to fucking like literally pin me down and like force rehab onto me. That's how bad this whole situation got into. So yeah, fuck Storyfire. Dumpster fire, rather.
Yeah, Storyfire is interesting, and their whole like back end and stuff and how they ran it. But that also like reminds me, so Odyssey is kind of like I guess a newer thing. What do you think about that? Because I remember I made an account recently and I saw you were on there. They kind of run their stuff like attached to YouTube system, I noticed, where you can just like sync your content over there, which is a little different. No?
Yeah, so the reason I went to Odyssey is like I just kind of use it as like an auto archive for videos.
Yeah.
Because the way that they do it is like if you just link your YouTube channel, like it just downloads your YouTube video and just like stores it. I will say you just reminded me of it, so I like clicked onto it and I just realized I had like 20K followers on the platform without even knowing that. So apparently there is like actual growth in the platform or something. I mean, Storyfire, like, sorry, not Story, fuck Storyfire, but fucking Odyssey is like. But no, Odyssey is like one of those like crypto-based, like blockchain-based, like video platforms. They've been around for a while. They've been under the name Library, Library, or whatever the hell it was. So they've been there. I know the CEO, like fucking as soon as like, because I got tapped by the marketing teams on it, and they were just like, "We'll just give you crypto." I'm like, I don't really care about the crypto. I just care about the auto backup feature. Like, I'm not here to make money off of the Odyssey platform or something. But like most platforms, hopefully it goes somewhere. Like, hopefully it doesn't become one of those platforms where like, all the people that get banned from YouTube, Twitter with like fringe shit.
Yeah.
And they start taking over like other platforms. Like, I don't know if you guys know about this platform like BitChute, right?
Yep.
So like, if you ever went on like BitChute and just seen the front page and you're like, oh fuck, I'm glad I'm not on this fucking site, because you go on to BitChute and it's just literally like. Here, I'll read you some of the titles right now. Here it is.
Oh, God.
This is where World War III could be breaking out.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Mafia, Vatican, Freemasonry secrets you should not know. That's one. The MG-Toe Red Pill is the best one. All right, so you can imagine, the more I scroll down, the more I get down.
Full compilation 4K.
Yeah, right. Farfour wasn't a bad like. That's where we're getting into, right? Like it's that's the whole platform. Like global warming, science is bad. Like you're getting into like this territory, and it's like these sites would be successful if they didn't cater to the extreme fringes that get banned, right, left to right on either side. Because there's a reason those motherfuckers get banned off a mainstream platform. I think it's actually quite difficult to get banned on a mainstream platform. And that's coming from, like, somebody in our podcast group that, Caleb, you said how many strikes did you have at some point? Like, on YouTube or whatever?
At once that hadn't expired?
Yeah, like at once.
The most I've ever had at once is 2.
I've had 2 also,
but, like,
at times.
Yeah. And like, the thing is, it's like, like, I don't think it's that like easy to get banned on YouTube, right? Like as long as you play within like the TOS, you can be.
You could get banned. But if you, there's no reason for you to get banned if you're just doing your thing.
Right. But like when you go onto like Twitter and shit, and people get their account fucking removed and like YouTube removed, it's like, how much of it is like you're getting censored, and how much of it is like you just fucked up and like did something like dumb, you know?
And then there's
like,
some cases
you,
where
like,
I feel bad for people that get banned, like Monkey Jones. Mm-hmm. Like he got banned because his comedy was kind of dark. Like,
right.
That's just it.
He kept making jokes about the
school shooter guy.
That guy. Yeah, the YouTuber guy, right?
Yeah.
Which guy?
Yeah, the guy who was it?
Elliot
I forget what his name
Roger or
is.
something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, we can't even say that word. Oh,
yeah.
we
Clip that.
No, we gotta get out of that one. No, that's it. There's like a few key words on YouTube where you'll get absolutely removed. Like I was in Vegas, and there's a few things about Vegas you can't talk about on YouTube. I think most of the people in the chat will know
we've
that.
been through this.
So,
we've gone down this rabbit hole.
There's a couple rabbit holes you just don't fucking touch. There's a couple like fucking crazy like parts of YouTube that you just don't fucking stick your dick in. Okay?
Yeah, like cupcakes.
That's how it works.